Welcome back to Building and Enshrouded. Today I'm going to be working on the windmill some more. I kind of left off last time with getting ready to put in the bottom walls, and I kind of shared an idea of how I was thinking about doing that, and I went back and got it done. Some people have been asking, how have you been getting such round walls? And I am going to be putting out a guide on specifically how I did this, but I'm thinking about doing a similar technique up on the top for the wooden part. Although in one of my sample pictures, it didn't really have the tops being round. It had it more as a hexagon, which is kind of cool looking too, because it gives it a little bit of diversity in how it looks. So I just kind of played with some up there to see how I thought it looked, but I think I probably, actually now that I think about it, probably should start with the walkway, because you know how windmills have that walkway that goes around the edge all the way. So I probably should do that first, I think. Hi Mare, welcome in. How are you doing today? Thanks for joining me. So I don't have stuff on me to do that actually, but I'm thinking I might do that first. So I might go grab that. I do have on me though some snow that I'm gonna put in here, and we're gonna pretend it's flour. Because it just needs to be like white stuff in here, and they won't let us actually put flour down yet. Hopefully someday we'll be able to put down more of the actual resources that they give us in the game to use. I'm gonna believe eventually it'll be true. Doing fine, by doctor's order, just resting. Oh goodness. Well then definitely rest. I mean, you have orders to do it, right? So that's your excuse, whether you feel like it or not. You have doctor's orders. That's what you should be doing. What do you think? I mean, my footprint will go away. Doesn't entirely look like flour, but it's probably the closest thing we have. Maybe I'll make it a little bit lower down. Below the lip. And then I should make it look like it's piled up a tad. Whoops, not that one. Where it fell down from the chute. Be heavier on the side. And kind of piled here. Maybe even some still on the edge if it doesn't look. Let's see if we pile it up here, how it looks. Like it's kind of falling down. Why is it putting that little hole? I don't like that. That's better. I mean, I think it gives the general impression that it's slid down and piled up in there. You somehow tweaked your back, ow, and it spread to your right leg, so you're limping, but it's getting better. Ooh, that sounds decidedly uncomfortable. I don't like muscle tweaks. They tend to hang around forever when that kind of thing happens, too. Okay, I think it looks like a pile of flour in there. As close as we're going to be able to get for now. So I have to decide what I'm going to do my walkway out of. I'm going to want it to follow the circle of the stone, so I'm going to be building it with props. And extend this floor out here. I used refined wood, right? Yeah. Then we'll shape it as we need it. I actually had a bit of a pain in my lower back last week, and I had AI come up with a stretching routine for me to help me get it better. It seems to have helped. See, I'm probably going to need it, well, I don't know that I want the wood flooring coming out real far. This is the weird part where you're doing the transition between materials, right, and figuring out how to get them to look right. I could use the Alchemist showcase for my walking platform. One possibility. I don't know if it's too big. Let's put one up there and see how it looks. If I go into that floor instead of the actual stone, that makes it easier to phase in, so I don't gotta worry about hiding it inside. But if I put it down here, it might be easier to match the circle. Let's start with one here and see what we think about it. Hello, Mr. Concrete. Nice to see you stream, and thanks for all your content sharing and update promoting videos. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I have lots of stuff I need to get out, especially the custom stuff I've built in this village. Lots of things in the works. It's kind of hard to decide what to do first. I think I'm probably going to do the curtains first because I've been talking about that one longest. Probably should get that one out first. Plus, I've been hiding rooms in my village. I don't want to go in there and show because I haven't done the guide on it yet. So I should get that out so I can stop avoiding them. I love the color of this wood. That can make a pretty walkway. Or could use the secret wooden floor passage. That's what I used when I was testing over here. These are made out of secret wooden floor, door, whatever. They're not really in place, so I was just messing with them. That wood actually probably makes a little bit more sense. It looks a bit more beat up, like a windmill would. This one almost looks too pretty. Maybe that's just in my head, I don't know. Let's put one of these and see. That would stick out way far if I did it that way. But I'm trying to remember. Let me look back at my pictures. I have like some inspiration pictures from things on Pinterest. I just kind of get ideas or figured out how the inner workings of a windmill should look. I don't think they look like they're out that far. So let's see about rotating it. The thing about rotating this one though is that it's a very wide piece if I was going to make a circle of it. Although if I go with the hexagon top, it wouldn't matter nearly as much. I think I like this one best. It looks more like walkway floorboards. The other one looks a bit fancier. I don't have any railings with me. Let's go pick out some railings to go on the side of our walkway around it. I'm hoping everything goes okay with the stream today because I have like 5,000 tabs open in the background. But I was in the middle of doing stuff and I was like, oh crud, it's time to go live. But I don't want to like lose my place. Is it just me? Do y'all do that too? The fine wooden fence is a good color for it. I don't know if that's too fancy though for a windmill. Although I can make a fancy windmill if I want to. I think most of my building stuff has been moved to the other side where I've been working on the town square. You go look over there. Excuse me, Cade. Excuse me. I was working on my waterfall last night. I finally decided what I wanted to do with the reservoir over here for the town. I'm not done with it, of course, but I had this big reservoir and I wasn't sure how I wanted to decorate it, but I got an idea now, so I've started working on it. It's gonna look a little fancy. I think it'll be good. I'm gonna be repeating a lot of round arches like I have up on the top where the water comes in. And I'm gonna repeat small arches as well down here around the water reservoir. I really like adding in circles and round things whenever possible, just because they look really pretty and it's not something that's automatically done a whole lot in Enshrouded, so it's nice to add that custom look to things, I think, anyway. The fine wooden fence is probably going to be better. Well, they're both called fine wooden fence, but the skinny one, that looks more industrial, doesn't it? There's also the simple ones. I don't know which color would match that walkway color better. Do I not have any flat ones of the simple? I'm not going to do that one. It's too fancy for what I want. Let me see angled. Here's some. I'm going to put this back. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to decide between these two. I'm going to dump my snow out too. I'm going to end up with all my spots full, as usual. So what's everybody up to today? What are you guys doing while you're lurking and keeping me company building? I appreciate lurkers too. So I don't feel all alone. Okay, so this is the simple wood. This is the fine wood. It's smaller. Is that going into it? No. That one's shorter. That's more fancy looking too. You're building a farmhouse in Enshrouded for growing my first batches of shrooms and berries for healing potions. Ooh. I want to see the farmhouse. How are you building it? What are you using? Is it big or is it a little cozy one? You're just getting back into Bellwright Mare? How far along are you? I need to get back into Bellwright too. I've been obsessed with building and Enshrouded lately. But I put out 3 Bellwright guides in a row. Okay, I think we're going to go with the taller one. That looks more like a windmill type railing, I think. That one is too fancy. That's the right style. It is taller. It's a bit too tall, but we can sink it down or put it on the edge. You're gonna start a new run. Last one you left, you freed the first 2 villages. Okay, why are you starting over? Just because you got to get your head back into it? Or you want to do things differently? I like the building smallish, individualized works that have enough space for storage, beds, and crafting for each survivor. That's kind of how I'm trying to do my village. I'm trying to keep it smaller. This windmill is not smaller. But I love making a different house for everybody. I don't have a house for everybody made yet, but I have quite a few of them made. All the main people are still living at my house, but they have like their own space. Most of them. But then I'm building like different, even for the secondary people, they're getting their own houses. I finally built a house for Gabrielle. She was running around homeless for the longest time. I haven't shown any of that yet. I don't have the inside all decorated yet, but the structure is done. But there's so many more houses to build. I actually went and put down a third flame altar. Way over here. I need to move it though. I think I need to move it forward just a little bit to get a bit more of what I want. I mean, I still have lots of stuff in this area that I have space for and need to build, but there's a pond over there, and I'm so excited now that they added a pond over there to getting it being included in my village. I just was like, let me see, if I put it over here, how can I reach that pond? And I can, so that's very exciting. And those guides are helpful. Awesome. I'm so glad. Just felt like a fresh start. The first one isn't going anywhere. Cool. It's always nice starting again in a game that you love, isn't it? My community voted for Valheim to wait until 1.0 to do a fresh start. I'm like, that's going to be wild, starting that completely over at the beginning. They've added so much stuff now. I mean, it's not like our world is from the beginning of Valheim, but still, it's been a while since I did a new start. Is fishing worth it early game? I think so. I haven't looked at the stats on that in a while. But if I recall correctly, fish do give you some pretty good numbers. However, personally, I do not care for fishing in video games. So I go into the settings and turn fishing down to easy just so it doesn't take as long to do. So like I throw my fishing rod in and I pull my fishing rod out and I have a fish. I don't want to play any fishing games in a video game. If I want to play fishing, I'll go fishing in real life. I don't know. I know some people really like fishing in games. They're always asking for it, but it's just not my cup of tea. If I want to chill in the game, I'll like sit on top of a mountain, look at the scenery, or look at the fireplace or something like that. Listen to the rain. Kristi doesn't like playing with her food. That's one way to look at it. Also, you can fix your mistakes using your great tips. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I'm staring at this because I'm trying to decide if I want to do the circle or the hexagon, because that'll determine how I do my walkway. I think I might do the hexagon because I kind of like the contrast of the circle on the bottom and the hexagon on the top. Like in the picture on the thumbnail kind of sample, it's kind of like, let me see, this one. This one actually isn't round on the bottom even, but I kind of like that feel on the top, the wood being a hexagon. So I think I might go that way. Alright, so let me get these off. And I want it to kind of lean inward because, you know, windmills kind of get thinner as they get closer to the top. Is the fishing in Enshrouded like Valheim where it is stamina linked, or is more like a game, as you put it? You can do it where you use stamina. Like I said, I don't, and I haven't done the original type of fishing since it first came out, because I did it, figured out how it works. I was like, okay, that's how it works, and then I turned it down to easy. But yeah, like bigger fish can be harder to pull in, and rarer fish are harder to find, that kind of thing. Put these back so I'm starting from a consistent perspective before I start chopping everything off. With these floors, it's gonna look jagged on the diagonals when I turn it into a hexagon, so I'm gonna need to use something to make that not look that way. Probably use signs, although the walkways will probably cover some of it, but I don't know that it'll cover all of it. And this came out over here off the edge too. I don't remember how many I put that out over there. So we're gonna have to measure this. Oops, I'm out of refined wood blocks. Let's go get some more. Thanks, Cade. He's so helpful. Had those planks ready for me to go. Okay, since I just slapped stuff on there and didn't even measure, I'm gonna have to measure this. So I'm gonna get out my metal block that I like for measuring. on, get on there. $16. 24. 28. Everybody remember 28. I need to stop being zoomed so far out. Eight. 16. 24. 27. Not even. All right. Which side of it needs another one added on? I'm gonna say it's the right side needs another one added on. Looks like it to me. Okay, now we're at least starting from a consistent place, and then I can mess it up. So we're at 28 by 28 right now. If I recall correctly, these are about 4 away. Just over 4. 4.5. They're gonna blend together a little bit on the edges. I'm gonna go check something real quick. I'm building this tool. To help me figure out spacing. I may end up making this available to members or public if people are interested in it. I'm kind of gonna discard that half block because I think it's gonna disappear in the phasing. Just kind of testing this. I don't know if I'll actually do it. Alright. Saying 60 degrees every 3. I'm going to do one just as a test. So, we pick it up first. $90, tilt it up. Oof, I should have put a marker for where the middle of this is. Let's guesstimate it first. Whoops. Let me give myself a platform to see better what I'm doing. Okay, now I can tell better where the center is. The top and bottom of this look the same, right? Yeah. Not high enough, though, to reach the top. I'm looking at where the center of those doors are down there for the center of the building. It'd be nice if it was that little digit mark in the wood, but I don't think it is. It's just to the side of that. Is the center. Do I want it right on the edge and have the walkway coming out from there? I think I do, to give me a little bit more room. So I'm going to put it right on the edge. Try and line up straight. That little mark might be the center, actually. You know what, though? I mean, I'm going to do this just to see, but if I do it this way, then it doesn't give me the narrower on top thing that I wanted. I'm just going to check the 60-degree rotation. Okay, so now we're going to rotate 60 degrees. do that corner to line it up. I don't like it. It would probably do it, but with my machinery in here, I don't think that's going to give me enough space. No. I'm not doing it that way. Alright, so if I want the narrowing effect, I'm either going to need to bring the outer edge in by one, or I'm just going to have to do these at an angle. Ow. Just kidding. I think I'm going to do them at an angle because I feel like I need the space there to have room for the box on the second floor. You know what I mean? So let's lift it up. I'm gonna go to 90 degrees. Let's figure out how much of an angle we want it to go in. Let's start with just 10. Let's try a couple different ones. That one's at 10 degrees. 20 degrees is going to be too extreme, isn't it? Let's try 15. Fifteen is definitely more obvious. Might be too much. I mean, I could even do as little as 5. Degrees over the entire height of this thing. Whoops. Yeah, I just needed a dip real quick. That's all. Five is not as noticeable from back here. Wonder if the 10 degrees... I think the 15 is definitely too much. Wonder if even the 10 would end up cutting into my stuff on the 3rd floor. It is smaller stuff in the middle on the 3rd floor. But on this side it comes out pretty far towards the edge. Let's do another one and see where I end up at. That's not straight, but I just want to see the angle. How far in it is onto that floor. That's why I built the machinery, the main part of the machinery inside first, because I didn't know how big my windmill was going to have to be. It's coming in. About 2.5. If I came in 2.5 over here, it'd still be room. It'd be close, but it's fine to be close. The ladder isn't on this side, it's on this side, and there'd be more room here. I think 10 degrees is gonna be the wiener. I think that'll work. Let's see. Keena's posting something about Lava Worst. I was talking to Lava Worst on Discord the other day. I'll have to look at that. They have some great ideas too. Okay, going with 10 degrees. Is that one straight? I don't know. I'm gonna make sure. I'll just pick them all up. Make sure I get it straight. Straight and angled. At the same time. Okay, where's the center of that door? Right there. Okay. This is why I should have put a center block. That'll be fine. Okay, I'm gonna go in 10 degrees. Go right to the edge. good to over phase it on the edges a little bit sometimes so it blends a little better. And since these are a tad over 4 blocks wide, go to the center of this side. Oops. I need to be on the outside probably. Let's see if I can get it from here. This is a bit too much guesswork. I need to have a center block. If I'm going from that side, so let me just build from this side. I'm gonna line it up with that post in the middle that's in the center. Actually, I don't know that that's in the center. Post is in center of this building inside, right? Yeah, that is how I built it. So let's come up to 90 degrees. Go in 10. Get right to the edge. Do both sides. Phase in a tad so it blends better. Gotta have a steady hand for this. Get right. There. Okay. I mean, of course, we can always go back and readjust it. I leaned that the wrong way. It's leaning out instead of in. Like a dorkfish. Do over. Lean it in, not out. Please and thank you. Better. This middle one here I think is going to be where I put the actual doorway. So So I think I'm going to have the walkway come up on this side, most likely. Okay. Oh, that's so close to the edge of my building area. I can't even put a full-size platform there. We'll use a little one. Alright, well, start at 90, go in, not out. There's the center mark. Come right to the edge. Both sides. Go. Of course, we can always we can adjust them, or we can use Deco as well to hide any imperfections. Okay, last side for these. Lined up with the pole. It's that line right there. And 10 degrees. Bring it out to the edge. One on each side. I like how those planks look like they're just continually extending the planks. That works out really well. Nice. Now you up here were just a test. You need to get down. I think I might use something smaller for the walkway around for the floor. Maybe not. Let's see. If I turn this sideways, not that sideways. Stop it. Rotate. I could always fade them together on those sides as well. Yeah. Can I reach the top of this one? $90. Go in 10. No. I'm not high enough. Having the right angle makes all the difference, right? Okay, now go in 10. I don't know if that's gonna leave a little gap. I'm gonna sink it down one. just in case and to make it phase a little bit better. There's that corner. Try not to walk off my scaffolding. And 3. Then I might integrate some blocks in with this too, so I can add some ivy along the way. Like if I added gonna turn probably halfway there. Like if I put that there, let's see what this one looks like. And then it's too solid looking. I'm going to be able to do that big of a chunk. I think if I'm going to do this to be able to have some ivy growing up, prop looking thing, I'll probably do one block at a time. Do one and then decay it. And then I could add some ivy, even though it's a prop, into it. Of course, I could also use other things like moss and bushes and that kind of stuff to add greenery. Let's go a little bit higher and continue. With my 10-degree angle. Already there, so I'm going to leave my sinking down amount, phasing them together. If these end up looking too much like they're lined up in 3 rows, then I'll come and embed some at odd angles in between to break that pattern up. Unless that's what I was going for, obviously, but probably not here. Let's see how that does. Yep, that's giving me the angled wall. It's not going to get in the way of the mechanics, so that's good. Let's see what happens when we go to the 4th floor. It's getting narrower. Going 10. this side. Come on, you can do it, you can do it. Right through the little hole. There. Okay. And then that's still going to give us enough room to secure this fan here in the middle. I don't know that that's how far the fan is going to stick out. I just stuck it there at the end of stream the other day. I haven't built all the mechanics for holding that yet, but gives me an idea. Yeah, definitely looking like an angled wall. That's gonna be cool. So let me look real quick before I do the other sides. How I want this walkway. Oh, I said I was gonna do the door over here, right? So if I turn this 90 degrees, I'm gonna put it, should I put at the bottom? So it's a little step up into there? No, I don't think you'd want extra steps, would you? I don't know. Let's not. Let's put it right at the, right near the top. Maybe a tiny lip. And then we'll just turn it around the other way and face in from the other side. So it gives us the full length. Oh, look, that's not in the center. That is not my favorite thing when they do that. My control point for this is not in the center. So I'll have to use Q and fine tune it out to be the same width. And then these, I think I'm probably going to put on the outside because there's not a huge amount of space. I mean, I could pull the whole thing out and make the whole walkway wider, but they usually look pretty narrow. But I'm going to make this go down too, so I have a little lip on the bottom is a bit decorative, and this fence was a bit tall next to my character, which a lot of them tend to do, so I tend to sink them sometimes. So that'll be the walkway. Going around like that. I might have to look at how they did stairs. I'm guessing they did rounded stairs, curving around, which I could do, or I could just do a little platform. Off the edge here and have it go straight down. which isn't as fancy, and I tend to try and make things fancy, but not everything has to be fancy. But by the time I'm done with this, whoops, I wanted a little dip. I may decide I need the curved staircase just for the effect of it. Did that line up? Not at all. Try again. Just put on snapping, that'll help. Well, I'm not a fan of that. I would at least have to wrap it around the building to the front, which means I need to figure out how I'm going to do the ground on the front first before I could put it in. And then I will take this one out and make a doorway here, but I don't want to take it out yet because I need to put the one on top of it first. And then I can take it out and build a custom doorway for it. Whoa, fell down. And then I'll do the angles the same way. And I'll probably add some little wood chunks in here and there to add some greenery here and there too, so it's not just totally plain wood. What do y'all think? Does that look like a pretty good angle for the walls to go in all the way to the top? I think it'll work. Pretty sure. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop here today. I know it's a little bit short, but let's go raid Waddle. Let's do hashtag Kristi raid, and here's the link to Waddle. And go tell her hi. Let her know we're thinking of her. And I'm gonna work on finishing this windmill up a bit more. I am gonna end up doing a guide on how to do those round walls and how to do everything, but I have a bajillion things I need to get done today. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Make sure to tell Waddle hi, and until next time, happy gaming.